this is about. Nice guys. Check this out. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. Buy this book. It's by my friend Terrence. You can get it on Amazon. But what this is about making the distinction of when we're being nice as an expression of humanity and who we are, and when we're being nice to suppress ourselves so that we get what we want because we don't think we're good enough. That's today's podcast, starting now. Boom! No. What are you doing? What's happening, guys? Steve Mayeda here. We got a little bit of dating advice for you. Came from our Sunday call. It's actually Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. So January the 16th of 2018. And we were talking about the nice guy. And there's a lot of stuff on this. Nice guy, friend zone, all these sorts of things that come into play. And our perspective on this is wrong. And one of the reasons why I want to bring this up is because we hear so much that women don't like nice guys, or they like nice guys but they'll never date or never sleep with or never have sex with somebody who's a nice guy. And there's a lot of truth to this. I mean, obviously you can see this in the real world. If you're a nice guy, you know exactly what this means. It means that you're at home alone a lot of the times, and it just ain't good. And man, I shouldn't be smiling. But an interesting thing is that we were talking about is that if you learn to only be a bad boy, only be, that tough guy, that dickhead guy, that guy who stands up for himself in all the ways that you as a nice guy may not, you become a dirtbag. And behind every great man, there's a balance of when he needs to know how to be nice and how to be hard. How to use his masculinity so that it doesn't need to fit an image of somebody else, so that it doesn't always need to follow a script of how he's supposed to be. And see, that's the beauty and the choice of decision. That's the phenomenon that we have that is so great. That when we can be a man and decide how to use our tools of masculinity, that's our true freedom. That's our true freedom. That's what we need to be striving for. And so how do we do this? You as a nice guy, you as somebody, how do you start dating women? How do you start getting to be somebody that's respected in those ways? And the fact of the matter is it's a long journey. It's going to take you 9 months, it's going to take you a year. You got to work with a great group of guys, great coaching team, all that sort of stuff. But here's the interesting thing about it, is that technically you're probably just a few steps away. Technically, you only need to learn how to stand up for yourself, probably in the beginning of meeting somebody, to show that a few times. You don't need to take away from your nice guyness because it's a great asset. You're just using it. You're using it wrong. And then throughout, your interactions and so on, you're going to need to learn how to, technically stand up for yourself throughout the relationship. But the real issue comes down to not just those technical points, which everybody wants to learn, but it's the beliefs. It's what you think. It's how you act when you don't get what you want. It's how you act when she doesn't give you enough attention. It's how you act when you think she's leaving you. It's how you act when you're not feeling as confident as you'd like to as a man, is that you start being nice. You start playing to them. You start playing to her. You start chasing. You start doing all these things. You start saying that I'm a friend. You stop saying that, hey, this is the relationship I want. And instead of that, we can do the relationship that you want. You start saying things like that. Because see, that's the thing, is that we set ourselves up through our beliefs, our thoughts, and they take a long, long time to rework. And how does that happen? Through experience and action. And when we work experience and action, we can change our beliefs. Truly, truly a tough thing. So guys, if you're a nice guy, what you got to do is, sure, you got to get some edge. You got to get that. But if you ever think that that's the thing which makes it, man, you lose. Because remember, behind every great man, Every great man in relationships, every great lover, every great playboy, all these different things. There's a man who knows the balance and how to use his tools. When to be hard, when to be soft. And being nice is a great thing. And behind every man that just learned how to be a bad boy, he ends up becoming a dirtbag. And who wants that? Look, guys, if you're into this actually comes a lot from a guy on our calls, Terrence Terry. He wrote a book called Militant Nice Guy. It's kind of like a reply to the No More Mr. Nice Guy book that's ever so popular and has a lot of great stuff in it. But Terrence is somebody that is a true genius when it comes to how to develop yourself as a man. He's a huge part of our calls. Anybody who's on the Men's Development Excellence Program or the TSL Online program knows how vitally important and badass Terrence is. So check out his book. I'll put a link in the description below. It's all about being a militant nice guy and learning how to exercise who you are as a man. In any case, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Definitely take some time to check out the Daily Awesome channel. It's a different channel and putting a lot of good stuff up there. So talk to you guys soon. Happy 2018. And I guess we're 16 days in. Have a good one. Later.